If you're looking for a top-notch telescope that delivers crisp, color-free views of planets and deep sky objects right out of the box, then you're in the right place. The Explore Scientific ED127 Essential Series Air-Spaced Apochromatic Triplet Refractor Telescope is an incredible piece of equipment that's light enough to toss in a backpack for a quick imaging run. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've had the pleasure of putting this scope through its paces, and I have to say, it's been a game-changer for my astrophotography. With a full-frame camera, I've been shooting the Milky Way and lunar close-ups for about 6 months now, and this 127mm triplet has become my go-to rig. One of the things that sets this scope apart is the ED glass, which effectively eliminates the rainbow fringing that's so common with cheaper achromats. This means that I can get stunning, high-contrast images of planets like Jupiter and Saturn, with crisp details that make them look like they're printed on glass. I remember a recent new moon weekend in the desert when I pushed the exposure to 180 seconds at ISO 1600, and the stars stayed pinpoint sharp even in the corners of the frame. This is a real testament to the quality of the optics, as many telescopes would start to show some degree of distortion or blur at this level of exposure. But not this one. It performed flawlessly, and the results were breathtaking. And when I swapped over to the moon, the Terminator line looked razor-sharp, with no color fringing on the crater rims, just pure, unadulterated contrast. Astrophotography is where this scope really shines, and I've been blown away by its performance. The 950mm focal length gives me a nice 1.25 degrees field with my full-frame camera, which is perfect for capturing big nebulae like the North America Nebula. I've also used a 0.7x reducer to bring it down to 665mm, which turns Andromeda into a portrait-friendly 3.5 degrees frame. This kind of flexibility is invaluable for astrophotographers, as it allows us to capture a wide range of targets with ease. One of the things that I appreciate most about this scope is the dual-speed 2-inch focuser. It's incredibly smooth and precise, which makes it easy to nail critical focus on stars and small planetary nebulae alike. And because it's a triplet, there's no need for an extra field flattener, which saves both money and backfocus headaches. This is a major advantage over other scopes on the market, as it simplifies the imaging process and reduces the risk of equipment failure. Portability was a major consideration for me when I was shopping for a new scope. As an astrophotographer, I'm often on the move, and I need equipment that can keep up. The tube alone weighs 18 pounds, which is remarkably light for a scope of this quality. And if you opt for the carbon fiber version, it drops down to a mere 13 pounds, making it even easier to transport. The dovetail ring is split, so you can remove the scope without taking the mount plate off, which is a huge convenience. I've carried the scope, mount, small tripod, and camera bag up a 20-minute trail in one load and still had energy left to set up before dark. The included dovetail is Losmandy style, which means it drops straight onto my HEQ5 mount without any adapter shuffle. This is a big deal for me, as it saves time and hassle in the field. And when it comes to collimation, the 3-point push-pull system on the lens cell makes it a breeze. I've had to tweak it once after a bumpy drive, and the knobs are large enough to turn with gloves on, which is a nice touch. The manual is clear and concise, and Explore Scientific's US-based support answered my email within a day when I had a quick question about spacing adapters. Of course, no scope is perfect, and there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The stock finder shoe is plastic and can develop a slight wiggle over time, so I upgraded to a metal one for peace of mind. And at 950mm native, you'll want a sturdy mount if you plan to do serious deep sky work, as this scope will show every little vibration if your tripod isn't rock solid. But these are minor quibbles in an otherwise outstanding package. Overall, I'm thoroughly impressed with the Explore Scientific ED127. It's a fantastic mid-oppo that punches above its weight in both visual and imaging duties. The views are bright and color-free, the build feels solid, and the package is light enough for real-world field use. If you're serious about either visual astronomy or deep sky imaging but don't want to lug a heavy tube around, this scope is worth every penny. It's a testament to the quality and craftsmanship of Explore Scientific, and I have no hesitation in recommending it to anyone in the market for a new scope. Check the link below if you want to see the current price and any bundle options.